Today we are going to talk about how you can reduce the file size of a picture. This will make it easier to do things such as email or upload to a website or even fit on a thumb drive, or if you're back from the 1980s and 90s, fit on a floppy disk. Or it could be you're storing your photos in the cloud and you don't want to run out of cloud storage space. But for whatever your reason, we are going to show you a very easy and quick way to resize the actual file size of your photos. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So I'm going to give you an example. In Windows here, I've got this photo, and if I just right click on it and then I go to properties, you can see there that the actual size is 20.3 megabytes. That's 21,289,688 bytes. That is absolutely huge. And it's not surprising. It is an 8K photo. Fantastic photo. But what I can do is, I'm just going to right click on this, go to resize with image resizer, and then I am going to change it, say, to large. And then I'm going to click resize. And there you go. It's given us a large size. I'm going to go into it. And as you can see, there's no real difference in quality. But if we look at the file size, so let's just go to properties. There you go. As you can see there, 749 kilobytes, that's 767,176 bytes. That seems a lot, but it's a lot less than the 21 million bytes that was in the original picture. In actual fact, it's 27 times smaller. So let's just have another look at that photo. So as you can see, yep, the quality is really good. Let's go back to the original. As you can see, quality is really good. But where the difference is, if we say we zoom in, say for instance there to those blades of grass. So I've zoomed in to 380%. As you can see, there's a little bit of blurriness when we zoom in. Whereas the original photo, if I zoom into those blades of grass and I zoom in at 380, as you can see, there's still a bit of blurriness, but it is clearer. Now, if you've got no need to be zooming into certain parts of the picture, then you can obviously resize it. And let's just have another go. So if I go back into resize with image resizer, and this time I'm going to try medium. So let's resize it. And as you can see here, it's brought up a copy of the photo in medium. And here, even if I go into medium there, without zooming in, that photo is still perfectly good. There's absolutely no difference really from what I can see zoomed at 100% to the original photo there. So let's just see how much further I can push it. So let's just go to that, go to resize with imager, and let's go to the small size. And before I go into the small size, let's just check the size of the medium. So let's go to properties. As you can see there, the medium has come out at 367 kilobytes. That's 376,398 bytes. And that is actually 56 times smaller than the original file. So let's go into the small version. Now, as you can see, yeah, that physically looks smaller. But if I zoom in still, it's still not bad when I zoom in to like 160%, which sort of more or less fills out the same area as the old picture. Maybe slightly blurry, but if you wanted to email this photo to somebody, then that's perfectly good quality to email to somebody, and you won't have any problem emailing it. Whereas this one, the original, is 20 megabytes. Now, on some email systems, there is a limit, 20 to 25 megabytes. So quite frankly, if you tried to email that to somebody, you might find that it'll bounce back because they can't, either your mail server can't send an email of that size, or the recipient server will bounce it back to you because they can't receive an email of that size. Certainly if you've got loads of pictures to send to somebody, this is great for resizing them, especially if they don't need to zoom into those pictures. We've got one final size here. Let's just resize this. So go to phone. So phones have obviously got a lot smaller screens than computers. So let's resize that and let's just check this out. Now, yeah, on the screen, on a computer, that's going to look small, but on a phone, that'll look absolutely fine. And let's just check the size. So let's just go into properties. And as you can see, 83.3 kilobytes, that's 85,388. That's 249 times smaller than the original photo. That means, again, if you wanted to send an email, if you resize these, you could send about 200 photos in the email at the phone size. In the small size, you'd probably be able to send about 100 photos in your email. In the medium size, you'd probably be able to send about 50 photos within your email, and in the large size you could probably send about 20 photos in your email attached to your email. So how did I get this little extra resized photos on my right click? Well, all you need to do, open up your browser. I'm going to open up Microsoft Edge for no other reason than it's on everybody's computer virtually. So go into the search or enter the address bar at the top of the screen and then type in there cwtek.co.uk/WD, just as it's shown on the screen now. Then press enter or return on your keyboard and then choose your cookie options. Scroll down to Windows Tools and you're looking for Power Toys. Click on Power Toys. And then if you're running a normal standard Windows system, you should click on this first one here, per user x64. Or if you want to implement this machine wide, if you've got more than one user and you want other users to benefit from it, then you can click on machine wide x64. But I'm just going to do it per user. So I'm going to click on that. And then hopefully it should start to download. Now it is quite a large download. And then once it's downloaded, you want to go either click on open file if you've got it up there, or if you haven't, close it down, open up any yellow folder on your screen and then go into downloads and you're looking for Power Toys user setup. Now the numbers after that might change if you're watching this video at a later date. So double click on that, read through the license. If you agree, click on I agree and then click on install. Now please be aware this bit might take a bit of time and it may seem like it hangs for quite a long while, as mine did. So I'm going to pause this video and we'll come back to it in a little while when it's finished installing. Okay, so it's now finished installing, so just click on close and you should find, if you go into pictures now and right click on any picture, you should see in there resize with image resizer. Now you might also find there's a few more things that have been added to this list as well, a few more features. Now if you click on the little arrow just down there by the clock and you're looking for this icon here, you can double click on that, and what you can do is, if you don't want any of the other utilities like I've done, I've turned all these switches off and just left image resizer switched on. You can also go into general and scroll down and you can turn off run at startup. So it means that the whole Power Toys system won't run at startup, but hopefully you should still get the image resizer icon just there come up anyway, and that should still work even with Power Toys switched off. So there you go. That's a great quick way of resizing the size, the file size of your photos in Windows.